Hello and welcome back to another convention vlog. I forgot to film an opening for this one completely when I was at the convention, so we're doing it afterwards. This weekend I am tabling at Comic Con Connections, which was previously Basingstoke Comic Con last year, which you may have seen my video on. So let's get into the video and I hope you enjoy. As always, don't forget to stay until the end for my review and finances. So we are at setup day for Basingstoke. No, that is what it was last year. We are at setup day for Newbury Comic Con. Comic Con Connections, they're known as. I'm trying to figure out my tablecloth. I think I forgot to wash this. Oh, thank you. I don't know why that was such a hard question. Perfecto. Okay, good morning. So we are all set up at Comic Con Connections. Doors, I think, are open. I've already made a sale. I'm not sure if this is priority entry or what's happening because I didn't think doors opened until 10, so confused. But yeah, everything is all good. Everything is set up. I'll show you the setup in a minute because I don't think I did that yesterday. But yeah, I thought I forgot my portable charger, but I've got it, so we're all good. And I've got a new sticker pack with me. The roller skating animals are now out. And we've got our stamp rally leaflets here for the Pirate Animal Stamp Rally that I am part of with Georgie and Holly. I think they're so cute. Look at our little guys. I'm actually so happy with the prizes for this rally. They look adorable. So yeah. And a nice range of animals as well, which I think is really nice. It's a bit different. And there's only 3 of us, so I think it'll be a nice little rally for this convention because it's a bit smaller than other conventions. I think this will be good. Okay, so I think it's time for an update. The capybara totes are sold out forever now. The last one sold. Notepads have been popular, keychains have been popular, and I've sold a couple of earrings. That's really cool. It's been going well so far. Lots of stickers, but that's usual. Yeah, exciting stuff. Okay, hello. I really don't like that the background in this video is just going to be bar, but it's been quiet for a couple hours, or for an hour, I don't know. But it's been really quiet. It's got very, very slow. But apart from that, before then, it was really good. The sales definitely come in waves, but I think I say that pretty much every Comic Con event. I'm going to go through and show you what my bestsellers today have been, because I'm not sure what else to do, because I have not filmed much. Because I'm on my own for this event, I haven't had a chance to film much, because normally I would do the sales on Opcom's phone and then film with my phone, but I have to do the sales on my phone and film on my phone, so this is why I need to buy a camera. But anyway, beside the point, let me show you what's sold well today. Okay, so Pinkie Pie has been bestseller of the keychains for sure. I've only got 2 left, so I need to bring more of that tomorrow. I've sold like 2 washi tapes, but not many, which is a bit sad because I've got my new ones with me. The rainbow one is new, and the dragons are new. Blip and Mimo have their own washi tape. I'm so happy with how these look. So hopefully some more of those will sell. I did sell one of the cows, so that's nice. These have done really well. Actually, a mixture of both, of like the Pokemon ones specifically, and then just the usual mini mysteries. So that's very nice. I've only sold 2 sticker sheets. I've sold 1 oopsie bag, 2 mystery bags. I did actually sell a print, and I know like prints never sell, but I sold 2 A4 versions of the Cult of the Lamb print, and then 1 A5 version. So it was all one design. But I did sell prints. I've sold a few of these. No one's done the offer of 5 for 7, but I think that's because 5 is probably a lot of badges. And if you only want like 1 or 2, obviously you're not going to do the offer. But I've sold a decent amount of these, just like singularly. Cult of the Lamb stickers have done really well. I only have 4 of these left, so I've got more ready at home, so I'm just going to bring more. But I only have 4 of these left as well, and I don't have more of these, so I'm going to cut some more tonight, I think, because I do want that to be good. I've got not many of Juno left, so I'm going to bring more of that tomorrow. The other ones, I've got a decent amount left, and I don't have any made, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Oh my god, I'm very sorry for the lighting here. We have 1 of the Bliss the Unicorn left. Again, I don't have more of that. Timmy and Tommy have been very popular today. They're always popular. Miku's been very popular as always, but I have more of those at the ready. The autumn one, that's just because it's seasonal, so that is going well as well. I've sold a couple keychains. Keychains? Those earrings. I sold a couple of earrings, a couple of sticker books, a few spins in the gacha. I sold 1 memo pad, some bookmarks, not many, and a couple magnetic bookmarks. And sticker packs have been surprisingly unpopular. I don't know if it's because it's a bit of a reach from the front of the table to these, and people don't seem to want to touch them. So, but I'm not really sure. I can't really change the display for them to be forward more, so I'm not sure what to do about that, honestly. That's something for me to think about. But I did sell a few EVs and a few of the roller skating ones, which is the new one. 1 water Pokemon. And the Capybara tote has sold out, so it's now got a print out there. No t-shirts today, sadly. But yes, that is everything. I do think having my prints in a little booklet has helped people to realize I do prints, want to buy the prints, because people see it as like a portfolio, I think, and they're looking through it and they're like, oh, this is really cool. And then they do actually buy some. These are an absolute mess. I'm going to tidy up my bookmarks now. I'm going to come with you to yours first. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna. Hang on. Oh, you want to be in it, right? I see. I actually remembered to bring the stuff I needed to bring. So let's restock these guys. I didn't end up cutting more of those because I was too tired last night, so we've got 4 of those left. And I have more Juno stickers. Let's just put those in there. It looks like there's so many of her now. And then I can't do this one-handed, and I can't wait to get the tripod right now. But I remember to bring another stand to put that back on. So that's good. Yeah, we're doing good. The gacha is nearly empty, and this is all of the leftover pins I've got for that. I need to put out more business cards, but apart from that, we're looking pretty good for today. Good morning, we are here for day 2 of Comic Con Connections. I've restocked the table as you would have just seen. I've also brought some more notepads and stuff. I really like we're allowed to use this for backing, and so I've set up all my notepads and sticker books on there, so that's nice and easy to grab stock. But so far this morning, I mean, I don't really know when it opened, if it opened at 9 or 10. If it opened at 9, then it's been a bad morning, because it's now 10 past 10, and we haven't had any sales yet, and it's been very, very quiet. But people are starting to file in, so I have a feeling it opened at 10 this morning. The pack we got wasn't super clear on the timing, so we just got hit for 9 just in case. But yeah, yesterday was really, really good. I'm very, very happy with how it went. I'm really hoping I'm talking loud enough for the mic. But yeah, I'm looking forward to today. I really hope it goes well. And I am very tired, and these chairs are not comfy. But kind of my only complaints for now. So fingers crossed, very good day. Okay, time for a little update. It's 2:30. It has been a lot slower than yesterday. Like, it's just been dragging, honestly. I have been working on some illustrations. I say some, it's actually just been one. But I've been working on this one. I'll put an image in of it because that is not going to focus. That's not going to focus. Okay, I'll put an image in of what I've been working on. So that's good. I've made progress on that. That's for a stamp rally that I'm doing at MegaCon Farnborough. So that'll be really cool. The stamp rally has still been popular. We've only got a few prizes left, so that's really cool. But yeah, apart from that, it's not been the best. But I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. Okay, it is time that we get into my thoughts on this event. So let's get into it. It might be a long one, so make sure to grab a drink and let's talk about Comic Con connections. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you might remember that I tabled at Basingstoke Comic Con last year, and I did a video on that as well. Unfortunately, I didn't have a great experience at that event. It was one of my first artist alleys, so that's something to bear in mind. I'll put the video in the cards at the top in case you want to check that out and watch my review on that one before you see my thoughts on this one, as I'm going to try and do like a big comparison between the 2 years at this event. So I nearly spilled my tea. So after Basingstoke Comic Con last year, which ran for 2 events at the same location, they have now rebranded and they are Comic Con Connections, but it is the same company, same people running it. They were showing on social media after the rebrand that they were making a lot of effort to improve and change the event for this year. So they've changed locations. It was at Newbury Racecourse this year, which I must say was a much better suited location for the event. It definitely suited a Comic Con style event more than the hotel that they were in before, which was separated off into many different rooms, and it was just very confusing layout. They also reduced the convention from 3 days down to 2 days, so it was a Friday setup and then the convention actually ran on Saturday and Sunday. Now, because I'm local, the Friday setup did not bother me because me and Georgie drove together and we just drove on the Friday for setup and then we drove back home, so we didn't need to pay for a hotel or anything like that, so costs were low. I do also think that the move from 3 to 2 days was a much better choice because it is a smaller event, and so I think 2 days is just more manageable for everyone involved, and it makes... Sorry, my mic died, so I just had to switch that. I was just saying at the end of that clip that it makes sure that you've got the right amount of attendees because it's split over less days, so it's going to be more, hopefully, more attendees on each day. I will say as well, though, that the tables are quite expensive for a standard 6-foot table, at least in the UK for smaller events and what I've paid for other events. So this table did cost me £216, and that was with a discount for being a vendor at last year's event as well. So I'm not sure what the undiscounted price was, but that is still quite a lot for just one 6-foot table, no back or anything. So the layout of the convention also was still a little bit odd, even with the change in the venue and the better space. Because they did make the decision of you had some vendors inside, and there was a decent amount of vendors in there, so it would have been a fair assumption that that would have been all the vendors. But there was actually, in the gazebo outside, there was more vendors in a gazebo, and then there was kind of like some separate gazebos as well. And so out there, there was Sweet Amy's bubble tea that was out there, and there was also a lot more vendors and like artists in there as well. And so I know from talking to Juicebox Frogs, who's my friend, about the fact that it wasn't very good in those gazebos. So the weather, typical British weather, it was wet and it was a bit rainy, a bit drizzly. I think it actually properly rained at some points as well, but I was inside, so I couldn't really tell when it was raining, apart from people coming in their coats. And then the ground was really muddy and they were on the grass, so it was really muddy. And even when I went in just to say hi to Juicebox, I nearly slipped over. So I can see why attendees may have been avoiding the gazebos, because they wouldn't have want to slip over, ruin their outfits, ruin their cosplays, especially. So it's something that I think didn't quite get thought out fully for the time of year that the convention is. I also did have people even coming into the hall of vendors saying, "Oh, I'm glad I found this because I didn't know where to go to buy stuff." That's something you really don't want to hear as a vendor. So I was like, oh no, that's not good. Hopefully that's something that they can improve on for next year. I do think that signage was still a problem. So this year there was a rumor floating around that their signage didn't arrive for the first day. Now, I don't know. I didn't hear this from an organizer myself, so I don't know what the truth is here. But apparently their signage didn't arrive on time for the event. And I must say, honestly, this event has been planned for so long that I can't really believe that the signage wasn't ordered ages ago and that it didn't arrive in time and it was so late. That's really odd to me as someone that works in print, and I order a lot of stuff, and like I just don't think, I'm not sure if that really adds up. But even if it was that, then why didn't someone just write down some signs on bits of paper? that would be better than nothing. It would be better than the attendees not knowing where to go at all, because from what I heard from attendees, the map was quite hard to read and it wasn't very understandable either. So I think for next year, it would be great if they could have better signage and a better map for attendees to use. Would be amazing. Saying all of this, though, Saturday was a good day and I was really happy with my sales on that day. And I did have a great time talking to attendees, as I always do at events. And I always talk about how I love doing in-person events so much because of the talking to customers aspect. And I do love that. So I don't want to be completely doom and gloom. It was a great experience still, and I had a lovely time. But Sunday is a bit of a different story. So obviously I was tabling alone for this event, and usually I'm not on my own. So my experience here might be a little bit skewed towards the negative side, only because I'm not used to doing events on my own. And I normally have someone that I can talk to if the event is a bit slow. So Sunday was very, very quiet. The sales were coming in extremely slow, and there wasn't even many attendees just wandering about. It wasn't even a situation of people were just browsing and not really buying. There was just kind of nobody in there, which is a bit odd because I'm very confused about that, because they still had good celebs there. They still had good stars there for the second day. Robert Sheehan was there, who actually I didn't mention, but he came walking around the artist alley on the Saturday. And oh my God, he was right by my table. He was right there. If anyone who doesn't know, this is Robert Sheehan, because I'm terrible with names. So if you are too, this is Robert Sheehan. He plays Klaus in Umbrella Academy, and that is why he was there. But he was so cool. And I got to see him up close. He also bought some candles from my table neighbours, Astromancy Co., who also, big thanks to them, because they did help to keep me sane during the slow periods, because they were so lovely, so chatty. If you don't know them, definitely check out Astromancy Co. They are amazing candle makers. They make lovely, lovely fantasy-inspired candles, and they smell so good. I've bought their candles before. They're amazing. And also the other vendors that were there were great. Obviously, Georgie was there. Daisy was there, who I don't know if I've mentioned much in videos, but Daisy is also another local artist around near me. And I met her about a year ago now. I met her at Basingstoke Comic Con actually for the first time. And so she was also at this one, so it was really lovely to see her again. And there was a few other people around that I knew from other conventions that I've been to. But also there was a lot of new people as well. So it's just lovely to get to know some more vendors. And I always do love that aspect of a convention as well. Okay, it's time. Let's get into the finances of this event. So first up, as always, costs first. Table cost me $216. Petrol cost me £15. And that was sharing travel with Georgie. So we both split the petrol cost. And then the stamp rally costs for the pirate stamp rally that I was part of, or that I was organising with Georgie, was £20. So for a total cost of £251. Now for the sales on Saturday, I took £449, which I was really happy with. And then on Sunday, I took £211.50, less happy with, for a total of takings of £660.50. Overall, that's actually pretty good, considering it's a smaller convention. But then when you add in the table price being so expensive, I don't know. I'm unsure on if I would go back, because so my total profits was £449. And I'm not sure if I would go back to this event. Considering my experience last year, considering my experience this year, I think there's a lot they could still improve on. So I am tempted to give it one last try, and see if I'm happier with the experience of the convention. Obviously, it was still a decent amount of takings that I had for the weekend, so it wasn't like it wasn't worth it. I had a good time and I did make some money, so that's always good. But I'm not sure. It just didn't feel as good, and they do have a lot of talent cancel on them, so I'm not really sure what the reasoning is behind that. So we will see if they make improvements for next year, and I might be back, I might not. I'm still yet to decide and make an absolute verdict, but I hope this video may have helped you if you have been or want to go to this convention, or even just in the convention scene. It's stuff to look out for. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in checking out other videos, I film a lot of convention style content or studio vlogs about what I do in my business. And if you want to check that out, please do. I would love it if you did. Please remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you liked it. Drop me a comment if you were there. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye!